Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV on the PC. We are at the cusp. Is that the right word? Is that the right word? Cusp? Cusp. That's like edge, right? Yeah, okay, cusp. Yeah, we're at the cusp of 5.2 content, quest content. One more quest to go. And then we'll slide right into 5.3. So let's get to it. Echoes of a Fallen Star. Can we but uncover Elidibus's true origins, we may yet come to understand his designs. To that end, Y'shtola must needs be afforded as much time as she doth require to complete her investigation. To the extent that such things are within our control, yes. Speaking of which, perhaps we might trouble the Exarch for news of his progress with the spirit vessel. He will no doubt wish to hear of our own discoveries as well, such as they are. Teleport? Teleport.
Dare I ask what's going on?
Ah, excellent timing. For me, in any case. We have a problem. The vast majority of those gathered here are presently in the employ of the Guard or else one of the facets, and no longer wish to be so. In principle, all are free to change vocation at any time, but a city does require a certain number of people in these positions if it is to continue to function. For the moment, I have asked them to postpone their resignation until such time as replacements can be found. As you may have surmised, we have the Warrior of Light to thank for this.
It's you! The Warrior of Darkness! You understand, don't you? Someone's going to have to look after this place once you're gone. We just want to be ready to do our bit when the time comes.
And not only here, but everywhere. Which is why we've got to get out there and lend a hand to those in need. That's what you did, isn't it? Even if it was just little things at the start. You helped people.
Well, yes.
And we're trying to do the same. We may have our sky back, but there's no shortage of people who still need help. If we follow in your footsteps, then I choose to believe we too can be heroes one day. Even warriors of light.
What are we to say to that? We can hardly tell them they are mistaken. They seek but to do good, as you have.
But no more can we stand idly by and suffer a paragon's scheme to proceed unchallenged.
So he's weakening the Guard in all the cities by encouraging them to become adventurers? That's a pretty good scheme, I guess. And now some shit's happening.
What's happening to the sky?
Wicked White. Oh no!
By the 12.
A star shower.
I hear a voice.
You and all? Then why does it feel like it's inside my head?
Hear? Feel? Think? I hear it.
Me too.
Did I not tell you, my friends? You are warriors of light! You're back! What you hear is the voice of light itself, and it has blessed you with its power. Welcome to the fold!
I'm a warrior of light.
I've been chosen?
Can it be?
Me, a hero?
Wait! The falling stars, were they your doing? And why do you need warriors of light?
What, am I to reveal my plans simply because you asked? Nay, I think not. Though the stars, I acknowledge mine. A convenient illusion, apt to awaken what little is left of the power that once resided in your sundered souls. That which you and yours call the echo. And an echo it is, of a symphony. But a fraction of what men in their completeness once possessed. Even those among you who tower over others in the gift have only the faintest trace of it. But though sundered and forgotten through death and mocking rebirth, it has persisted. A whisper of our past, burned into your very ether, along with the sight of our end. Through the rekindling of memory, I have awoken the ability, just as Hydaelyn is wont to do when she has need of new minions.
The echo hath ever been thought a gift from Hydaelyn, a boon granted solely to her chosen. Yet thou wouldst claim she merely awakeneth the power that men should hearken unto? Her voice. Given the perceived simultaneity of her call and the awakening of her chosen's capacity to hear it, it is only natural that we thus attributed the source of the gift. Yet if, in truth, the echo is a prerequisite for hearing her voice, one might surmise that her call never ceaseth, such that all who awaken to their innate gift might receive of the blessing of light at the self-same instant. In sooth, we bore witness to this but moments ago. At the sight of the star shower, full many in the crowd did speak of hearing a voice in their minds, did they not?
Just so. And whenever Hydaelyn has need of new servants, she is quick to pluck comets from the heavens or create illusions of the same.
Why, then, didst thou conjure this vision, full knowing that thine age-old foe would thus claim those awakened to the gift?
Foe? You must be mistaken. As you see, I am a warrior of light. And together with my comrades in arms, I shall save the world. Just like you.
So, the Echo is not a gift from Hydaelyn, as we've thought, for the whole game. We're not her chosen ones. It's just a remnant of an ability that everyone used to have when all the worlds were combined, when our souls were not fractured. And it can be sort of reawakening people through these star showers that can happen. That Hydaelyn does cause sometimes when she needs more minions, apparently. But Elidibus just caused a star shower and brought some more people into the fold, and they heard Hydaelyn's voice because she's always speaking, I guess. And just when you awaken the echo, you hear it no matter what. And that's what Urianger was saying. That because people always heard her voice whenever they got the echo, they thought that she was the cause, but that's not it. And now Elidibus is doing this to create a bunch of warriors of light, which in this world is not really a good thing. That's why we became the warrior of darkness, because light is sort of the enemy here. And if you remember, the Ascians' whole purpose is to basically create as much chaos as possible to cause worlds to collide into one another and, converge back together. So, yeah, rallying the people of this world against us would probably be a good way to do that. The more Elidibus reveals, the less I understand, but that he has made a fine mess of things is plain. Well, that's his job. He is gone, then. I've managed to persuade a number of our would-be deserters to reconsider, or at least delay their departure, but as many are deaf to my entreaties. Oh, fuck. Hold on. I have the text. Young Thaler and Vonard among them, I am sorry to say. They have quit the guard. Nevertheless, I wish them well. Whatever Elidibus's plans for them might be, the pair have only ever had the best of intentions. One can hardly blame them for thinking themselves heroes elect, not after having been blessed with the echo, and it's not as if they haven't shown the requisite spirit. I quite agree. Though the impetus for their sudden departure may have been words falsely spoken, the men and women in whose footsteps they would follow are heroes in truth, warriors of light, Ardbert, yourself most of all. And so I would ask a favor of you. Speak with them ere they embark on their journey, and furnish them with what wisdom you can. They've set off for the Amaro launch, but you should still be able to catch them if you leave now. Worth the effort, I'd say. If I recall correctly, Admiral Merwib took the time to usher you out into the wider world many moons ago. I think that comparison rather flatters Thaler and Vonard, but the point still stands. They would doubtless be greatly encouraged were the Warrior of Darkness himself to see them off. If thou art willing, I prithee go. Thou mayest safely leave the task of unfolding that which did transpire at Anamnesis to us. Anamnesis. Because, I mean, in a traditional narrative, if you were a warrior of light and someone else was the warrior of darkness, you're sort of opposed to one another. But I don't know if that's exactly the angle that they're working with. You again. I mean, it's you, sir. Sorry, it's been a funny old day. You can be sure we'll take those words to heart. I still can't believe it. You coming all this way just to speak to us. I swear we won't let you down. So long as it helps someone, we'll do what needs doing out there, no matter how small. And when larger threats loom, we'll be ready to face them. You see if we aren't. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. We'll be off then. Farewell, Warrior of Darkness, and thank you. You know, gotta inspire the troops. Thank you for making the effort. I'm certain your words will be a boon to them. While you were away, the others told me of your investigation. We have yet to discuss how to proceed, however. While your findings in Anamnesis Anadur do raise important questions as to the identity of our adversary, we are no closer to discerning his design, nor do I know of any other potential avenue of investigation. For which reason, we must needs trust to Y'shtola's ingenuity, and wait for her efforts to revive the Ancient's device to bear fruit. What if I were to attempt to follow the emissary? Elusive as he is, his plan compels him to court public attention. He shouldn't be impossible to find. Especially for one of your experience. It does seem worth the attempt. Then I'll come with you. Safety in numbers. In combat, perhaps, but where stealth is required, the opposite is true. Happily, I don't plan on getting myself caught, so you've no need to worry. Nor do I intend to vanish for moons on end. We still have the empty to attend to, don't we? Alright, then I look forward to your return. Then it sounds like the rest of us should avoid doing anything which might prompt Elidibus to look too closely at our movements. Insofar as it's possible, I recommend we limit our activities to the Crystarium. Speaking of which, Exarch, might I ask if you've made any progress with the spirit vessel? Of course, we are presently studying the principles underpinning memory transference, and I believe nearing the requisite level of understanding. Hearteningly, practical trials of transference methods suited for use with the vessel have yet to yield satisfactory results, to put it mildly. But there are still many promising possibilities we have yet to test. Indeed, though it may take some time yet, we are well on our way to a solution. And I shall not rest until one is found. Though we are grateful for thine unstinting efforts, thou needst not labor to the exclusion of all else. If it would serve to lighten thy burden, however little, I should gladly offer mine assistance. Quite. I, for my part, will do what I can to ensure that the Crystarium continues to run smoothly, in spite of recent disruptions. Then perhaps I could help? There must be something I can do, even if it's just guard duty. Thank you, all of you. I shall breathe easier for your assistance. Of course, on the evidence of the recent past, it will not be long before some new crisis arrives to throw our plans into disarray, at which time your services will be in particular demand. That being the case, perhaps you might take this opportunity to retire to your suite at the Pendants. Alright. Back to the old hotel room. We haven't been there in a while. A pleasure as always, Master Mangg. I am relieved to see you are unharmed in the earlier commotion, though, if I may, you do look somewhat weary. I presume you will be retiring to your suite. Yes, very good. Do let me know if there's anything you require. Pay me. Master Mangg, it's Glenard, from the Wandering Stairs. I apologize for calling so late. A friend of yours was asking after you. You may remember them from that business with the Cardinal Virtues. Hally ho, stranger. So there I am, minding my own business, quaffing my ale, when I hear a ruckus outside, and then clear as day, warrior of light. I probably had an accent for this character, didn't I? But it's a little too early, so forget it. That sounded like trouble to me, and I knew that if anyone was going to trouble himself over that trouble, it'd be you. So I gave Glenard the old, but I'm your best customer routine until he agreed to bring me here. And now I know where you live. Great, ain't it? Some bastards walking around wearing Ardbert. Lamet's Ardbert, like a secondhand jerkin. I don't know what's more offensive. That, or that you let him leave without a proper dwarven decking. He did vanish into thin air. Bah! In a pinch, an improvised decking would have been fine. Tell you what, I'll show you how to knock that bastard flat in the blink of an eye here and now. Taboos be damned. After all, we ain't about to let him keep on like that, are we? Pretending to be Ardbert. Lamet's Ardbert. Fuck. Sorry. Step 1, make a fist. Step 2, extend your arm like so. Step 3, beat him senseless. Got it? Good. Now make me proud. Meanwhile, in the Crystal Tower's umbilicus...
Foiled again. If I cannot imbue the infernal thing with my power via magical means, we may need to devise a way to infuse the vessel with my blood after all.
Art thou unwell?
Or perhaps a brief respite. It wouldn't do to overtax yourself.
I'm fine. And given to stubbornness, I'm afraid. Especially when I have a stake in the outcome. The dream again.
Meanwhile, in the source...
A recurring dream. They do so fascinate me. Might I trouble you for the details?
I have always dreamed of it. Fire falling from the heavens, and the city, nay, the whole world ablaze.
Indeed. Could Emmett Selk have found a way? Precious few possess memories of the final days.
The final days.
Why, yes. Admittedly, my knowledge is mostly second-hand, but if you are interested, I will gladly tell you the tale. The tale of the world's end.
Way more heroes. What do we got? Echo of a Fallen Star. Alright, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure that's a pretty popular one. It's from a very recent patch, but still, it's cool. Alright, let's move right into 5.3. In the name of the light. Ah, Master Mangg, will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care if so. Though they say the star shower was harmless, one can never be too careful. But I concede it is not for me to tell the warrior of darkness how to look after himself. Old habits, you understand. Ah, Mangg, how very opportune. Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tales set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Or the great hero he is in the case of Ardbert. You too were surprised to see him, I think. Yes. At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but I could see the effect his words had on those around me. And then the stars rained down from the sky, and, well, you know the rest. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude, and so here I am. Thank you, Mangg, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Should you perhaps wish to have your account of these matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. What can you tell me about the Warriors of Light? I beg your pardon? You wish to ask me about the Warriors of Light? Forgive me, but I dare say you already know more about them than any living soul, save for Ardbert himself, of course. Unless you refer to the Warriors of Light more broadly. If so, I may yet be able to assist you in some small way. Excellent. I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant texts. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, sir. I bid you a pleasant day. sure we'll get into the problem of this patch real soon. Ah, Mangg, excellent timing. I have but this moment finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As a great many works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. The Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be business as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge of familiars, and Alphino volunteered to help. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? Of course, of course. The more the merrier. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment. Were one to pore over the annals of Vrantic history, one would note the comparatively frequent recurrence of individuals hailed as warriors of light. Ardbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before then. To name but a few, there was Tothwyl, legendary first king of Lakeland, Broadfort and Solard, the fabled Dran and Galgen duo of Obert. And no list of Vrantic heroes would be complete without the archmage Tiuna of Ronka. In older texts, she too was called a warrior of light. It surprised me how ready people were to forget the negative associations of the title, but it makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Verily, in ages past it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, however, light came to be regarded with fear, the title used not to exalt, but to revile. A far cry from its beginnings. This, my friends, is Norvrant's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesied hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of the light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier, and thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the self-same epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, Warrior of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. He's wearing, like, the Warrior of Light set. Well, well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title of Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who is awakened to the echo and is able to hear Heidelin's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself, a warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero, and conversely, there will have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in the other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. Heidelin did call me a Warrior of Light. She did? I've never heard her voice myself, but I can feel her presence, perhaps through Menphilia. At any rate, assuming all of this is true and there's a common thread behind the epithet, I doubt the Ascians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension Heidelin, with good, must have added insult to injury. While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excused myself. Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light has given us much to ponder. Oh, did someone say Warriors of Light? Ah! Rikitio, are you all right? Ah, my precious tomes. Did I not say you must take care in the cabinet? You too, Arkil. Urwell. We're sorry, Master Morin. Aren't you? Warrior of Darkness? My name's Rikitio, and I want to help everyone. Please, tell me what I have to do to be a hero, to be a warrior of light. I mean, it's not just like a job that anyone can do. So, I want to be a warrior of light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people. An apothecary. Oh, is that the next job in the new expansion? I mean, it's curious that they don't have like a chemist or like a mixer, you know, of some type. That's a popular thing in Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy V, Tactics, Final Fantasy X, probably some other ones. And I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norvrand. When I told Arkil and Irwell this, they said that the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big, and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere. If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear they may prove a little difficult for one so young. But, Esteemed Warrior of Darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Rikitio to Spagriix. Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the Kyurgens at their work. Sounds like a plan. It seems we've finished here, so we'll come with you. I'll go, but only for a little while. Really? Thank you so much, Warrior of Darkness. We'll see you at Spagriix. Or Spagirix, or I don't know. They're just making up words nowadays. Yeah, I mean, chemist would be kind of interesting. I'd like a healer that's different. You know, that's pretty different. I think that would be kind of cool. You know, one that throws potions and throws like damaging items and things like that, and mixes things for different effects, debuffs and buffs. I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, come on. Square Enix, it practically writes itself. Just make it happen. I'm sure it will happen eventually. Well, now, to what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right. I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world. Well, that is a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light, but ultimately they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Huh? Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe, the artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life, and younglings like you who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see, and so difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Then, does this mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you to pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our Chirurgeons may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. As we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. Though I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever. Just you watch. That's the spirit. Without further ado, then, may I entrust you with a task? I have placed an order at XIV for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go and collect it. Oh, an ingredient! Leave it to me, miss. My, such an abundance of energy. Though I can't help wonder if she'll be alright by herself. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at XIV, speak with a woman named Gracine, and she will point you in the right direction. God damn it, I have better things to do. I shall join you. As the one who suggested this course to Rikitio, I would assist her in her first steps. And what about the two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become warriors of light, just not the same kind as Riki. So we'll wait for you here, warrior of darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. In that case, Reen and I shall keep them company and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. Alright. Okay. This isn't... Where the hell... XIV. I've never gone over here, I think. Oh, maybe once. If it isn't the Warrior of Darkness himself, may I assume you are with Master Alphino? Right. Lest you wonder, Kesselmeel's order is for grapes. As busy as we have been of late, however, I regret to say we didn't have the time to harvest them. So it was with apologies that I asked Master Alphino and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits on the vines. Perhaps you could lend them a hand. It's the undersized grapes you'll want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. They got me out here picking fucking grapes. Oh, you're here too? We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Wow, you've picked this many already? Amazing. I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Kesamil? I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them. Tell me, Riki, what made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light? Why? Well, a while ago I fell sick. Really sick. My body was burning up and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave. The apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous, and I decided I wanted to help people just like her. I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friends, but I didn't really know what I was doing, or if there was anything else I could do. Then not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling the world helping people. And I thought, that's the same as what I want to do. See, out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Thaler? I haven't seen him for a bit, so he must already be out there looking for people to help. Thaler, one of the guards awakened by the star shower. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Rikitio. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike your traveling apothecary, and I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Kesamil. It would seem I have been laboring under a misapprehension. I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. And as he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not but that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for us all when I say I cannot leave in good conscience, not until we have dealt with Elidibus. This is no longer a strange and distant land, after all. Norvrant has become as a home to us, and her people our own. Let us return to Spagarix. It wouldn't too good to keep your admirers waiting. What is his game? What is he thinking? My thanks for your kind help, sweetie. We now have all the ingredients we require. From the grapes, we shall make a vinegar, to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. As part of her studies, I may just have to give Rikitio a little taste. Okay. Baroque dreams. Warrior of Darkness, if you've finished helping Riki, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting? We already have some enemies that you can deal with. Vampire bats. The guards say they've become a pest around the crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. But they shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting and we were just watching. The children told us as much while you were away, and in preparation, Casimir kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the younglings will be watching. That's to say, put on a good show, yes? Right, let's head outside at once. Everyone follow me. Alize, come on then, children. I mean, isn't she a child? I mean, maybe not. Is she supposed to be like 30 or something? I don't know. She seems like she's 16. I guess I just don't know. She looks young. She kind of acts young. And Thancred is like a dad to her. So I don't know how old she's supposed to be. Well, if we're killing anything, might as well switch over. My red mage is only at 415 item level. That's no bueno, man. I gotta work on that. Although, I also want to get the dancer up. Kind of like the dancer a little bit more. The mobility. Mobility while in combat is so good. Everyone's here. Good. Let's get started, shall we? As their name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood, and originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active with the return of night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Casimir's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats are wont to nest under the eaves, so you are likely to attract more if you place the lures near buildings. I have here 6 lures, 3 each for you and me. As proof of a successful kill, I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes, well, there's nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best in Mangg. Anyway, while we hunt the bats, the 2 of you are to stay with Reen. She's really strong too and will keep you safe. Without further ado then, let the contest begin. I think we're both red mages too, so it works out. Wow, these are some pretty fucking tough bats, man. Said you wouldn't give me much sport. My ass. Oh my god. Shit. Why am I casting that? What am I doing? Yeah. Alright, right. You cast this normally. Then you cast Impact. It's like a reverse. I haven't played Red Mage much in a couple months. There we go. I think I would have gotten more than 1 fang from that. That's some World of Warcraft bullshit right there. Alrighty. Here we go. You just do a little bit of this, and a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and you hit him with this, and then you hit him with this. Kapow! Look at that damage. It's beautiful. Beautiful. There you go. Done. The most we've had to kill on a quest in quite a while. Well fought, Mangg. The children were hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest. Though I know the tally, may I see your fangs for good measure? Yes. Apologies for the wait. My fangs. Not a bad haul, even if I do say so myself. Five, six, seven. 7 fangs from Alizé. Which means that victory goes to Alizé. Mangg collected 6. Ha! I did it! I bested Mangg. In another God's damned life, you didn't even try, did you? And there I was taking it seriously. Spare me your pity next time, will you? So, children, you've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? He's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like him. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Mangg, and train hard. Keep at it for long enough, and you'll be strong too. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide that you wanted to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were there listening with everyone when Ardbert appeared, but I've wanted to be strong since before I came to the Crystarium. The Sin Eaters killed my father and my sister, see, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Ardbert said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as new Warriors of Light. What about you, Arkil? Me? To be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. But if my friends were in trouble, I know that I would want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, see the world together. That's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost, and that I had to go out there and find it. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourselves. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. I understand how Arkil feels. The star shower didn't awaken me to Heidelin's voice, but that vision of the final days, of Amaro burning, it filled me with sadness to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made, it felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind. When I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt. But lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured, and have no intention of donning an Ascian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. Huh. But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Reen and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. Oh shit. It's nothing. Just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now. Not to worry. I'll see you soon. As you ponder Alizé's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. Okay, go to the lookout. Now the rookery, I don't think we can get there fast. We just gotta run. Oh, fuck. I forgot. So it would have been faster to go... Alright. Well... Cast abilities. Cast abilities.
Why am I... Was it you who called me here?
On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us, at times you will stand against us, all that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For yours is the seat of Elidibus, the emissary, and by this name shall your every action be guided.
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
What are you plotting?
Come now. My plans are no mystery. That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose. The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down. Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait. Ere long I will come for you, warrior of darkness, and I will save the world. One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emet-Selch. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you. As if he mistook you for another.
Hithlodius? Who is that? Hold on. I have to Google this. Oh. He's like the cloak, one of the cloak dudes we met in the city. Interesting. Huh. You know, my second playthrough, when I summarize everything, I'm really gonna know this story.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude. But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed. This is my own doing, the consequence of my recent exertions. It is the Tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the First once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith. Such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness. Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
Oh, shit. Dude, time is running out for bringing their souls back to their bodies. The fates seem determined not to allow us a quiet moment. But come, let us have the details from Reen. Pickled herring, succulent chunks of platinum herring marinated in vinegar and topped with finely sliced lemonette to give it a hint of tang. Moors, traditional beverage brewed from the extract of fermented lingonberries. Or a honey croissant, flaky decadent pastry sweetened with rich golden honey. Yeah, I think we'll go with the croissant. All right. I will leave it off here. We are into 5.3 now. You know, there's a dungeon sort of coming up, but I don't know if we'll quite. It would be good. I think it would be good if we did get to it in the next video, but you know, it's not like the end of the world if we don't. Anyways, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Final Fantasy XIV. See you fine folks in the next part.